Madhyamkritanasya Jnananashilakaya Chakshurunmitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. This verse is the essence of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And I am reading this as my humble request. Or you can say my last message of my this visit to all of you. This is the last verse of the 11th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the universal power. Please repeat. Mat, Karm, Krim, Mat, Parmo, Mad, Bhakta, Sang, Vivajata, Nirvaira, Nirvaira, Nirvaira. You hear the other words very often. But this word is spoken by Krishna, you hear very rarely. And that is why I am emphasizing this. This is the special message. Nirvairah sarvabhuteshu. Sarvabhuteshu.
Sarvabhuteshu.
Sarvabhuteshu.
Sarvabhuteshu.
Not one, but all the embodied soul. Yeh, sa, mam, eti, पांडव. जिस व्यक्ति में यह गुण है वही मेरे को प्राप्त करेगा. The devotee who has these qualities practiced throughout life will certainly come to me. Mat karma krin, mat karma krin, mat parmo, mad bhakta, sang vivarjita, nirvairah, sarvabhuteshu, yah sa, mam, eti, pandava. My dear Arjun, he who engages in my pure devotional service, mat karma krit, engaged in my pure devotional service, no material desire, then it is pure service. Even if there is tinge of material desire, it is not completely pure devotional service. Until it is not pure completely, till that time, you can't achieve Krishna. I always repeat, please remember, Krishna is not easy to achieve. You have to sacrifice. You have to give your head. Who has given you? You have to return back everything very honestly. You can't hide from it. For many devotees, there is a difficulty even to understand the word purity. It may take whole lifetime just to understand this word, purity, spoken by Krishna. My dear Arjun, he who engages in my pure devotional service, free from the contaminations of fruit of activity and mental speculation, all worldly associations. Sangha Varjata. Sang means association. all worldly associations, all material associations, they all are to be given. Otherwise you can't become pure. You have to give up their contamination. He who works for me, he who works for Krishna, he who works for
Krishna,
who makes me the supreme goal. Mata Paramo. Paramo means supreme. Param means supreme. Who makes me the supreme goal of his life. Then Nirvaira. Nirvair. Vair means enmity. Nirvair, no enmity. So here Krishna very clearly, in many other places as well, here is especially emphasizing all beautiful transcendental worlds collected in one verse. That is why this verse is called the essence of Bhagavad Gita. My devotee is inimical to none. He has no enmity to world. No envy, no jealousy. He is well-wisher of all. This world nirvana extremely important in spiritual. And that will happen only when Krishna, which he has described as Smattam Yoga. You are well established in Smattam Yoga. Very first instruction, you are not this material body. You are an eternal, unborn, everlasting, the most primeval individual spirit spark. Individual spirit spark. Till you don't realize this and practice it, and you don't act from the level of spiritual plane, there cannot be. Till that time, material dualities of likes and dislikes, love and hatred will continue. And till these things are there, material dualities, what to speak of a devotee, you are not even a qualified human being. You are not even a qualified human being. Human being can never be envious of any other. Can never be jealous of anyone. Only subhuman. Only subhuman. First we have to become qualified human beings. Add a Lord around wanted and acted to make this mankind civilized and culture. That is why Ramayana is so important. Ramayana is the foundation of the spiritual monument, whose highest story leads to, touches the Golok in the spiritual world. Lord Ram is the most powerful incarnation of Shri Krishna Chandra. Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan. गोलोक स्वामी की, श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की, भगवान अस्तु स्वयं, कृष्ण अस्तु भगवान स्वयं. Sarvakala Sampurna, Lord Ram, 40 colors. But somewhere is told here, very important point. When you see the films, picture on television, here, there in cinema, never believe in that. There is only 1%, 2% or 5% facts. Other is the directors or writers or authors of imagination. Because they are to make it very sweet, like mirch masala, veena pani, so that you taste it very nicely with beautiful imli chutney. Businessman. Truth will come only from devotees, surrenders. Because their business is with Krishna. Not with his body. If you want to indulge in trading, then learn. Trade with whom? And who is the agent? Then you will be able to do what Krishna says here. Who makes me the supreme goal of his life? Who will? And who is friendly to every living being? Friendly to every living being. So we don't say inimical. We don't like to use word enemy. We say friendly. So the word nirvair means no enmity. But in other words, friendly. In other words, friendly, well-wisher. Best wishes, transcendental wishes, supreme wishes. That is it. And such a person who is nirvair, well equipped with these qualities, he certainly comes back. Anyone who wants to approach the Supreme, who is the Supreme? Shri Krishna. Anyone who wants to approach the Supreme of all the personalities of Godhead, of all the personalities of Godhead, very clear. Because here Lord is showing universal form. They all are personalities of Godhead. Krishna and his incarnations. But among those personalities who are supreme, Krishna is this one. Because he is there. They coming from also coming from it. And Nrsimhadev coming from him. And Kalkiji directly coming from his Lok. Because his work is most wonderful. Among the incarnations of Krishna. All the other avatars, they come during the age. And they don't end that age. And this is what Lord Kalki does. He comes towards the end of Kali Yuga to end it, to finish it. Rakshas, Daitas, Asuras. Irreligion. Faithless people. He ends Kali Yuga and then starts Satyuga and other cycle of 4 ages. Ends the previous cycle of 4 ages, starts the other cycle of 4 ages. Ends the first, he ends. And then starts. So he rules both towards the end of Kali and then Satyuga. But when he starts, then he rules for thousands and thousands of years. He doesn't go backwards. Because this earth planet is repopulated. It is when 19 or over 9 people are, 90% people, 99% people are of demoniac nature. He finishes that. Only devotees survive. So then he establishes all the eternal religious principles of eternal discipline, Sanatana. And those devotees become very expert and experienced in that. And after a long time of austerities and penances, then he asks them, okay, now you all become progenitors and repopulate this earth. Then he rules over that population. No, then he sees, okay, no, Lord Brahma and the Manu and all others, they are well fixed. When he is satisfied, then he goes. This is what he does. It, not like that he built and then goes. No other incarnation does that, what Kalki ji does. That is why he is called Kalki. Kalki is the only Lord Krishna has Kalki. And after his incarnation, who wears Kalki is called Kalki. This is after the name of that Kalki. Krishna ji is wearing, and that is on Lord Kalki's head, and his name is Kalki. So Krishna appears in his Kalki. All the other incarnations appear during the age, during the millennium. They come and go. They fulfill their mission, they go. But he has such big mission, and in first cycle, and in one age, starting another cycle of 4 ages. Not only ending first, but starting other, and then making it very nicely, smoothly, working according to the lines of Sanatana. When satisfied, then goes by. He is not in a hurry to go. वो जब चंड नकाव देता है ना पूरी तरह, फिर कल कीजिए जाते हैं, नहीं तो उनको भागने की जल्दी नहीं है. श्री कल्कीधर भगवान की, इस महानीच महादुष्ट महापापी कली का अंत करने वाले श्री कल्कीधर भगवान की, सतयुग को चलाने वाले श्री कल्कीधर भगवान की. So that is why here, see, when you read with this God-given gift, intelligence, try to understand how beautifully Srila Prabhupada ji is writing. Srila Prabhupada ki, because he is pure devotee. Anyone who wants to approach the supreme of all the personalities of Godhead, understand? All the personalities of Godhead. And who are they? Incarnations, his expansions. They. And where he is? On the Krishna Loka planet, in the spiritual sky. And he intimately connected with the Supreme Personality. Krishna must take this formula. So if you want to meet Krishna, you have to accept this formula given by the Supreme himself, how to achieve his formula. Must take this formula as stated by the Supreme himself. Therefore, this verse is considered to be the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Give it glory. So that is my humble request. Try to understand the essence. Try to understand what Krishna wants. This is the first message before I leave. Now I go to second message. Because again Kali Yuga is doing its worst. Kali Yuga every day running very fastly toward heights or towards its end. And Krishna has replied. So now again, impersonalism or atheism is on the increase. And again, I am giving the reply and speaking the words, supreme words of the Supreme, so that you are not misled by any Mayavadi or impersonalist or by Arjuna was so intelligent, he knew what is going to happen. Because Lord Krishna appeared towards the end of Dwapar. Krishna left and Kalju immediately entered. तो अर्जुन ने ही जो प्रश्न किया अपने लिए नहीं, अर्जुन asked this question on our behalf. अर्जुन को मालूम था कि ये कलयुगी जो जीव होंगे, मनुष्य होंगे, वे तो पक्के काठ के उल्लू होंगे, पक्के और वह हैं हम। किसके पास है बुद्धि? किसी के पास नहीं। हम एक भी शब्द भगवद गीता का नहीं समझ पा रहे, अभी तक ये नहीं समझ पाए कि प्योरिटी क्या होती है। तो कन्हैया को कहाँ पाएंगे? तो अर्जुन जानता था कि कलयुग में क्या दशा होने वाली है। कलयुग में तो अनेक माम तमत होता था। Whenever Kaljug comes, then immediately people start giving up dharma and following adharma. And dharma has unlimited branches. In the previous 3 ages, people believe God is one, dharma is one. And what is dharma? What is dharma? Anyone? Anyone?
What Krishna has spoken in the scriptures is dharma.
Okay, what else? That's okay. Yes. What else? Krishna is describing in Bhagavatam, Lord Vyasdev, Sahaibam Sambaro Dharma. That is Dharma. And what else? I described many times 3 things. And described just now. Yes.
The supreme will, the spirit side,
Yes.
and the relationship between
And what is that relationship?
eternal loving devotion.
Huh?
Bring
That's right. Loving devotional service. I told you, eternal living entity, Sanatan Jivatma. Then eternal supreme being, Sanatan Purush. And how to make them together? Pure devotional service. These are the 3 things. So means is again 3 words. Please repeat. Pure devotional service. That is the means. And that is Dharma. Dharma is the pure devotional service. That is Dharma. Not I am a Hindu, I am a Sikh, I am Muslim, I am Christian, I am this or that. These are bodily designation. Still just speaking from body. So you haven't learned yet. Then you will go towards the end. Long way to go. Ganga Mai ki, wait for other millenniums. You will not following first instruction of Krishna. That is the first instruction. To act on the platform of the spirit soul, not on the platform of the body. So Arjun knew this will happen in Kali Yuga. Almost 99.99% people, they will simply read, they won't understand and they won't follow the instructions. So there will be divisions of dharma, and further divisions, branches, sub-branches, their branches. Now there are so many religions that take one brick, underneath you find one dharma. They have become so Kalyugi, so tamasic, very deeply engrossed. Lusty desires has finished them. And unfulfilled lusty desires give birth to anger. Anger has finished them. When both together, then there is greed. That That is why Krishna is saying, especially mentioning these three things, they leading to hell. And where is purity? All dirtiness. Where there is lust, anger, greed, there is dirtiness. Where there is dirtiness, there is culture. Where there is dirtiness, there is So where is Satyug? Here in Coventry Temple. So seeing this degraded situation in Kali, Arjuna very kindly, because he was pure devotee, surrendered soul. Krishna, the eternal associate. On our behalf, he asked. He knew they will have no brain, no intelligence. On our behalf, to help us, he was so kind. He was not wary of anyone. He was not enemy of anyone. Well-wisher. Shubh-chintan. So he asked on our behalf. He knew what will be the situation. There will be so many so-called Kal-yugi religions. All these are born in Kal-yuga. Whatever name you hear, this religion, that religion, when it was born, in this Kal-yuga, the most degraded age, in which mode of darkness is predominant. These are Kal-yugi religions. So Arjuna immediately questioning, because now he heard about three things from Krishna. Personalism, impersonalism, and then pure devotional service. Vaishnavism. So he put this question. Evam satat yukta ye bhakta swam paryupaste. Ye cha api aksharam avyaktam tesham keyo vitma. Lord, you have spoken about these two kinds of people. But who are the best? Who is better? What should we follow? Why Krishna asked, why Arjuna asked this? Because now he saw his universal form. And then requested for two-armed Lord, showed his two-armed form. So he saw his Golok and he saw his Virat form. So that Krishna, you are seeing here. So which form I should meditate on? Your personal form or impersonal? That is the question. Which is better? And the Lord immediately replies. First, Arjuna inquired, which are considered to be more perfect? Those who are always properly engaged in your devotional service, prema bhakti, or those who worship the impersonal Brahman, the unmanifested, and that is what is happening now. To protect you from their influence, so that you don't leave Krishna philosophy and again go back to hellish planets. I am speaking Krishna's words as my second message to all of you in your own spiritual benefit. Krishna has now explained about the personal, the impersonal, and the universal, and has described all kinds of devotees and yogis. And now Krishna is replying to this question, otherwise replying to us. So that we don't forget him, we follow his instructions, and we go back to him. The most beloved Father. The most
beloved Father.
Radharani ki, the most beloved Mother. राधा रानी की, महारानी की, हंसाने वाली की, कृष्ण कन्हैया की, बंसरी बजैया की, इस नैया के खवैया की. Touch your heart like this. There you are sitting. इस नैया के खवैया की. नहीं, पूरा वर्ड बोलो. So that you understand He is to take us. इस नैया के खवैया की.
इस नैया के खवैया की.
नैया means boat. खवैया who takes across this bhav, unlimited ocean of birth and death. Ocean of birth and death. He takes across. कृष्ण कन्हैया की, इस नैया के खवैया की, मोहन प्यारे की, मानहरण प्यारे की, माखन चोर कन्हैया की, दिल चोर कन्हैया की, चित चोर कन्हैया की, श्री राधा कृष्ण भगवान की, गोलोक महाधाम की. भगवान जी ने एक क्षण के अंदर उत्तर दिया, माय डियर अर्जुन, मई आवेश्याये मां. बस सब क्लियर. जब एकदम क्लियर कर दिया, सबके आंखों के ऑपरेशन कर दिए, everyone's cataract was removed. Why again this cataract? And from where? Is that not foolishness? When there is no cataract and nothing, everything done, and you say, I can't see. It means you don't want to see. Your ego is so strong, your pride is so strong, your independent nature which brought you from the spiritual world to this material world is still very strong. You don't want to see. Otherwise, so clear. Immediately, starting made very clear. Mai aveshya manoje ma. Ye, those who mind, they fix in me. On this personal form, as I am standing before you, for which you requested, and I showed you. You wanted my forearm, I showed you. You wanted universal, I showed you. You wanted a golok, two-armed form, I showed you. Whatever you wanted, I have shown you. Because you are my friend. You are my friend. Saka. So I have done. So you are seeing my form. Fix your mind on it. Not others. They are simply crazy. They are simply crazy. And their place is in mental hospitals. They end there. That is why they fall down. Nitya Yukta Paste, then very peacefully, very nicely, properly worship me. Why? Because they properly heard my words, they properly are practicing my words as you are. You acted according to my words. You accepted my instructions. You accepted my commandments. You are following in total. So whatever you wanted, I am before you. And you like this form. So why not the others? This form of which you are having darshan. Standing before you, you are having darshan. Fix your mind on this. Worship this properly. Paryupaste. Upasana means puja. Paryu means properly. Very nice. Surrender. dedicated, with love and devotion, following all rules and regulations, very strictly. No lust, anger, greed, attachment or pride. नहीं तो सत्यानाश कर देंगे सब तुम्हारा, फिर चीखते फिरोगे, धक्के खाओगे. So when you are properly worshipping me, my Lord, how do? Shraddha. Shraddha. That is why I gave her name this, Shraddha. So that she keeps faith. Doesn't decrease. All the time increasing. If not increasing, it means still something wrong. And that water which is still doesn't flow gets Shraddha. Faith. Paraya, transcendental, to which there is no limit. Upaste. This is holy worship. The same words which Lord speaks towards the end of the 6th chapter. Shraddhavan bhaite yogman. Shraddha again Shraddha here. Shraddha, Paraya, transcendental. जिसके परे और कुछ नहीं, उससे युक्त हुए completely equipped with that. Te me yukta. In my opinion, they are the best. Who meditate with their mind and intelligence tender to me and fixed on my this transcendental form. To earn for which you wanted. So clear. So be very careful. At that time there are storms and storms, cyclones and cyclones. Anything come. If you are surrendered and serving with this Ishvara, with this faith, with dedicated mind and intelligence, always residing in Him, as He's saying here. And He will protect you. And if you are swayed away, then Ganga Mai ki, what you want, you decide. The Supreme Personality of God had said, those who fix their minds on my personal form, on my personal form. So beautiful. Jagannath Bhagwan ki, Shrimati Subhadra Devi ki, Shri Balaram ji ki, all the time smiling on their devotees. And devotees are surrendered souls, serving all the time. They have their darshan, smiling faces, and they also smile. Smile brings back smile. Smile brings back smile. I want to see you all smile. Hare Krishna.
Question? Anybody got a question? Ramaj, I had one.
Yes, brother.
When the 1,000 sets of the yuga is finished,
That's right.
when does Rudraji come to finish off the wrap up for Lord's Brahma's day? Or is it still Kalki?
No. Kalki doesn't come to do destruction of the universe. That is Lord Shiva's business. And only one business. He's so satisfied. He got one, he said, thank you, Lord. I don't want any more happy. I am happy. So after Lord Brahma, even in between Lord Brahma's day, when one Manu comes and rules and then another comes, there are small little, there are many kinds of dissolutions. Always coming down, seas coming up, down. So earth from here, they are coming up, other they are going down in the sea. First islands disappearing, other islands coming up. This earth is always in that rate of change. That is the law of the material world. Always changing. And everything changes. And that happens after every Manu's rule ends. Then what to speak of? Brahma's day is such a big thing. Then there is big change. Then these three planetary systems are inundated. Bhur, Bhuvar and Swara. Upper remains Mahar, Jan, Tap and Sa. So, but Kalki ji is that he finishes Kali Yuga. He can't tolerate when it is extremely done. श्री गौर नेताई की, श्री कल्कीधर भगवान की. So now Kalkidhar is standing ready. Horse is ready. Weapons are there. Everything is ready. Just the time is when someone pure-hearted, pure devotee calls him. And immediately there will be jump. Then you will see Devdatta. You will see that from the Kshisagar portion of milk, that horse going. Right. And Lord Krishna in his form of Kalki, land. That is beautiful thing. And only this happens in this incarnation. Lord is coming from and horse is going. And they meet somewhere. Where? Only they know. Sword which is called curd in a way. And work starts. To deal with two yugas, only Kalki ji does. Nobody else. But when we say Krishna, then it means all enjoyment. Krishna, all enjoyment. Because a devotee's business has nothing to do with other things. Devotees, Gop or Gopis, we all come in that form and we stay in Brajbhumi.
Yeah. Jai Sri Radhe.
So Kalki ji finishes one connection. Because he starts the Chokdi cycle of origin and he finishes and starts another. So he works in two ages, in Kali Yuga and in it. Then giving birth to Satyuga, starting another. And rules very nicely. Wonderful. And wait for that Kalki rule. There is no question of any man of the bush ruling. Then man of Golok rules. Hari.
Guruvani.
Manali Devi.
Guruvani. Manali. So jo aave hoy. Ja. Anta le chuki hui hai.
आ जाओ सभी जेंट्स और यंगर
Sit up, sit up.